It's a worrying stat, that one, isn't it, that 500,000 people have died in the US, but looking at the graphs, they appear to be on the right track, given that there's been a new administration and given that the vaccine rollout is well and truly underway and has been for some time now.
Yeah, Pete, I think you're right. Look, Biden has done obviously a better job than President Trump, though we're not quite sure this virus just has to see its way through or what you can do about it. Now, during the Spanish flu, with 1/3 the population, there were 675,000 deaths in the United States. We're now approaching 500,000 deaths out of 329 million. So it's still under control, but it's a massive loss of life in terms of the lower and the middle income families that are taking the hit here. And this is all at a time when they're suffering from the economics of COVID and the rest of it. And this is Biden's tough job. You know, his honeymoon period is almost over. He's got this $1.9 trillion relief bill in there, which would be the biggest relief bill since the financial crisis in 2009. So this should solve a lot of the problems. But as we go forward, politics will intrude again, Pete, as you could well imagine. President Trump is ready to restamp his image on the Republican Party. And of course, President Biden's going to have trouble with his own leftover student debts, energy policies, and tax hikes and the rest of it. So it's politics as usual. But look, 500,000 people, that's too much. That's more than cancer and a lot of other things in the U.S. Was it avoidable? I don't know. You know, the public health people say it might have been. But look, Pete, you don't want to put your mask on and social distance, you're already in trouble.
Yeah. I'm just looking at these figures now, Joe. New cases in the US just for the last 24 hours, 69,729. When I was there for the election, I remember on the last day there was 200,000 new cases. So it's come down, thankfully, getting to a point now where the US appears to be in some way getting on top of it finally. But we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Just finally, under Donald Trump, you talked about him a bit there, making his stamp on the Republican Party, which he's going to be doing for some time moving forward. Some suggestions that he might even be trying to establish his own social media platform. That would mean that he can get his voice out there just as he used to do with Twitter.
Well, yeah, he'll either have his own social media platform or he'll tie up with one of the commercial companies, which will then take advantage of it. All the polls show in the United States that if Trump were to have a third party, he'd bring 48% of the Republican Party with him. But right now, about 68% regard him as the leader of the Republican Party. So he's fully in control. What does he want to do about it? Well, he's going to be speaking at a major conservative conference next week, and he will tell us exactly what he's doing. But you know what, Pete? I think he's suffering what a lot of people suffer when they've held power. They go through this withdrawal period. I once heard Neville Rand say that the hardest thing about leaving power in New South Wales was the phone never rings. So, you know, he's got to deal with that on a personal basis, too.
All right, Joe Siracusa, we'll leave it there. We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.